So, hello sir. Ang task po na naibigay sa akin o na-assign sa akin is in chapter 7 na title po niya dito is Types of Films According to Film Sensitivity. So, start na po ako sa discussion ko. So, what is film sensitivity? All photographic emulsion is sensitive to the color of blue, violet, and ultraviolet. The film sensitivity to the other color is obtained by adding dyes to the emulsion during manufacture. So, ito po yung nakuha ko sa Google na picture. Film sensitivity, discuss ko lang po. Ito yung pinaka-speed niya. Then, meron siyang 3 parts. Yan. Una ay film. Yun yung type. Then, the processing chemistry, may iba-iba siyang sanga. 4 na sanga. So, first is type. Activity. Activity may 2 parts siya. 2 types. Replenishment and contamination. Ang pang-tatlo is temperature and ang pang-4 is time. Sa tatlong types naman, pangatlong types ng film sensitivity is to exposure condition. O ito yung tinatawag na wavelength of light time. So yun po yung ibig sabihin ng film sensitivity. May 4 siyang limang element ng film sensitivity. Una ay monochromatic. So, monochromatic is sensitive to ultraviolet and blue-violet colors only. This film may be used when natural radiation is not important. So, second is, for example, it is used to copy black and white originals and to photograph colorless subject when extreme contrast is needed. So, ito po yung monochromatic. A color scene that is comprised of variation of one color. So, ito, medyo light, nasa middle, then dark color. Light to dark color. So, next is letter B. Orthochromatic. So, orthochromatic is sensitive to blues and greens but not to red. So, reds are recorded as dark tones while greens are light tones when printed. So, mas dark yung red kaysa dun sa green. Yung red, siya yung dark, yung green, siya yung light tone. So, ito po, autochromatic yung sample ng picture na na-take. So, medyo dark siya. Mostly ang nakikitang color dito is black and white. So, yan. C. Panchromatic. Panchromatic is sensitive to all colors and are further subdivided according to their degree of sensitivity to each color. So, this film is most commonly used in investigative photography because it produces the most natural recording of colors. So, iba po yung aking nakuhang litrato dito. Panchromatic example niya is mas light siya, mas maliwanag siyang tignan kaysa dun sa kanina, dun sa letter B na mas dark doon sa kabila kaysa dito. Mas malinaw tignan yung camera o yung imahe na makukuha sa camera. So, letter D is infrared. Infrared is sensitive to blues and infrared radiation. The human eye's sensitivity is useful in penetrating haze because of its longer wavelength. IN, investigative photography. It is useful in laboratory analysis of questionable documents, in the discovery of old or faded tattoos, or areas where small objects are hidden under the skin, and in the construction of camera traps. So, yan po yung aking example. ito daw ay siya yung red. Ngunit nag-iba yung kulay dito. Then ito naman Happy Blue. Happy Blue yan. Ito iba naman. Isa lang yung color nila pero yung pagkakuha sa camera o pag-edit sa film na yan ay maaaring magbago yung kulay. Then ito is yellow. Then next is ito. Parehas sila na kung saan banda kinuhanan. Ngunit ang pagkakaiba nga lang sa infrared is dito mas malinaw. Medyo light siya dito, hindi sa as in malinaw, medyo light lang. Pero dito dark, pero malinaw ang pagkakakuha. Pero same din lang yung kanyang picture, but the light or dark dito, light dito. Yun lang ang pagkakaiba niya. So next is colored film type. So may dalawa siyang parts. Una ay color negative and second is transparency. Color negative is for print ends in the word color. Itong color transparency naman is for slides ends in the word choice. So dito tayo muna sa color negative. Ang color negative is meron akong nakitang pictures na magiging example ko. Ito is kalumaan ang picture na ito. So, true color negative is maaaring niyang baguhin o maaaring niyang i-clear yung picture na old picture. Kaya ito, old picture, nagamit siya ng color negative, then ito yung result niya. Mas malinaw, mas maganda yung pagkakakuha dahil sa color negative. So dito sa color transparency, ito yung mga slides na kung saan nakakuha dun sa camera. Lumalabas dun sa camera mismo yung picture. Pero ito yung nakuha kong pictures niya na magiging example ko. So ganyan yung mga spacing niya at color niya na maaaring magtugma. So next is third. 3. Film contrast. So, film contrast is the degree to which a film is capable of recording closely related tones in graduation of black and white. Gradation. It is a degree of difference between the darkest tone and the lightest tone in a negative and print. The darkest tone may be pure white, depending on its subject, lighting, exposure, and development. So, ito yung nakuha ko na pictures. So, ang contrast film is ito siya. Yung mga numero dyan. Siya yung contrast film. Yung mga numero mismo na simula dito sa light hanggang dun sa dark. So may dalawa siyang types. Una ay high contrast film, will record mostly black and white without the in-between grays. They are especially useful in copying lines, drawings, documents, and other printed material. So, ito yung example ko. Black and white siya. Black and white pero malinaw yung pagkakukuha. Nakikita yung mga anggulo na dapat makita sa picture. Pero, mayroon pa rin mga shading or mga black na dark na hindi masyadong makita. Parang dito. Ano yung mga image lang na makikita dyan, yun lang yung papakita dahil black and white. Pero clear. Yung ibang black and white, hindi masyadong clear. So, second is low contrast film. Ang low contrast film naman is record little differentiation in negative densities, resulting in softer tones. They are in portrait and general snapshot. So, yan yung aking example na low contrast film. Dun sa isa, mas malinaw, mas maliwanag, pero mas dark. Dito naman is maliwanag siya, pero mas marami yung light niya nakatama dun sa camera. Kaya medyo malinaw at medyo hindi din malinaw. Yun ang pagkakaiba ng high contrast film at saka low contrast film. So next is for film latitude. Film latitude is the ability of a film to compensate within somewhat narrow limits for mistake of exposure and or development. So ito yung latitude film. So latitude film is ito siya. Dito sa baba ng contrast film. Yan yung tinatawag na latitude film. So second is meron siyang parts. Una is exposure latitude. Exposure latitude is the margin of error within which over or under exposed, negative, or print are still acceptable. So ito yung aking nakitang example niya na picture. So ito yung exposure latitude niya. Sasabihin ko lang kung anong mga use ng mga colors na nandito na may guhit-guhit. So una, this color red is ID mark 11R is equal to 90% RAW. So, yun ang kanyang ibig sabihin. Magsimula siya dito sa negative 10.0 at mag-i-stop siya dito sa kagitnaan ng 200 at 150. Then, bababa siya dito sa 5.0. So, second is blue. Blue is the ID mark. Second R is equal to 20 degrees RAW. So, ibig sabihin dito siya sa malapit sa negative 10. Dadaan siya dito sa malapit sa negative 5. Pupunta siya dito sa positive 5. Then, didiretso siya doon sa 15. So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng ID mark 11R is equal to 20% RAW. So, second is ito, yung brown. Yung brown, yan yung mga tuldok-tuldok dyan. Nandyan. Kung saan-saan siya nagtuldok-tuldok. Ang ibig sabihin naman yan is Kodak Gold 200 that R is equal to 90%. Then, ang violet naman is dito magi-start sa kagitnaan ng negative 10 at negative 5. Then, aakyat siya dito, then stop siya sa malapit sa 5. So, ang ibig sabihin ng violet is ID mark 11R is equal to 90% GPEG. Then, ang last is green. Green naman is ID mark 11R is equal to 20 degrees CPEG. So, yan. Yung green. Dito siya mag-uumpisa sa kagitnaan din ng negative 10 at negative 5. Hanggang sa makarating siya doon sa mismong malapit sa 5. So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng exposure latitude. So, meron siyang parts, 3 parts. Yan. So, una is slide film. Slide films can tolerate a stop over exposure and one stop under. So, yun yung aking example, yung slide film. Ayun sinasabi ko na pag may camera kang tugma dyan na maaaring yung pagkakuha mo sa images, maaaring lumabas din dun sa camera yung picture. So, yun yung sinasabing slide film. And second is color negative film. Can tolerate 2 to 3 stops over and 1 to 2 stops under. So, yan naman yung nakuha kong example or pictures sa Google. Then, dito sa black and white is can tolerate 3 to 4 stops over and 1 to 2 stops under. So, mas malaki ito kaysa dun sa color negative film and slide film. Yan yung black and white example ng photo. So, second is 5, film graininess. Graininess naman is, it is a fine granular texture that appears in negative print, resulting from the clumping of silver grains during the development of the film. Then, it is the influence by film speeds, yung gaano kabilis yung pagkuha ng litrato. Negative density and degree of enlargement. Then, ito yung kanya. It is the influence by film exposure and development. Yun naman yung i-influensyan niya. Yung film ng exposure and yung pagde-develop dun sa imahe na yun. So, ito yung akong nakuha na picture. Kaya ito yung nakuha kong picture kasi tinugma ko dun sa graininess. Mostly, ang ginagamit na colors dito is gray and black. Mostly, yun ang nakukuha dun sa camera. Yun ang pagkakaintindi ko. Yun po yung pagkakaintindi ko, sir. Kaya ito yung nakakuha kong litrato para maging props dito sa film graininess. So, next po is may part siya. Una is density. Density is, ito yung the blackness or darkness of an area in a negative that determines the amount of light that pass through it. So, ito daw yung blackness or darkness of the area. So, it is mostly negative colors. Ability of a developed silver deposit to black transmitted light in photographic emulsion. So, yan po yung aking nakitang density. Low sensitivity, speed film, density, ito yung mga color na niya. Yan, yung mga andyan. Yan yung tinatawag na density, mga color. O yung parang medyo kagitnaan, middle of the color, na maaari siyang light, maaari din siyang dark. Kaya blackness or darkness kung tawagin. So, 6 is film resolving power. Is the ability of film to reproduce fine detail. Then, ito po yung aking example sa film resolving power. Una is meron siyang object 1, object 2. Then, this is, yan, yung bilog dito is the camera aperture. And then, itong object 1 is tatama dito sa film mismo. Dito sa gitna ng film. Then, the object 2 is tatama din sa gitna ng film sa kabila ng film. Then, ngunit meron pa siyang isa pang tatama dito sa yung bilog na puti at yung itim na nakapalibot dun sa puti, dun siya tatama yung object 1, object 2. So, object 1, isa lang yung tatamaan niya. So, yung object 2, dalawa. Then, ito naman yung pang susunod dito na lines is the mean. Then, ito, yung box na dito, yan, straight line na yan, is yan yung object. So, yan po yung pagkakaintindi ko sa film resolving power. So, next is resolution. The ability of the film to distinguish between closely object, also known as resolving power. So, yan po yung aking nakita sa Google, sir. Ewan ko po kung ito yung tama. But, in case, kung tama po is maganda po. So, dito, maaari niyang, yung pagkakuha niya dun sa isang picture, maaari niyang i-zoom, maaari niyang paliitin, maaari niyang palakihin, o kung ano-ano pa. Parang ganyan sa example ko. Ganyan po. detail. Means the degree of sharpness of the images, and slow fine-grained films have higher resolving power than fast ones. So, ang con po niya is ito po. Point po is maliit lang po yung andito niya. Das dalawang guhit po yung naka-attach dito. And sa mid-size po is medyo lumaki na at 4 na po yung guhit na naka-attach po dito sa bilog papunta po dito. Then sa large, mas malaki yung masasakap niyang yung point. Mas malaki yung mga kanya dun sa large. Ito po, point, mid-size, and large. Mas malaki po siya. At 4 din po yung lines na naka-attach dito. Pero mas maluwang. Yun po yung pagkakaiba nga lang. 7. Film sharpness. Film sharpness is the impression of the detail, texture, and definition in the photographic images. If affected by the chemical and physical properties of the emulsion, especially the thickness of its coating on the film backing. So, yan po yung ibig sabihin niya. Ito po, not sharp, kaya medyo hindi po malinaw. Then, ito po ay with sharp, kaya medyo malinaw-linaw po. Dito po, banda dito is light, dito po is medyo dark. So, dito naman po is wala po siyang sharpen, kaya nag-light siya, konti. Then, dito po, sa with sharpen, medyo dark po yung pagkakatingin po rito. Kaysa, kumpara po rito sa isa. Same din po sa dalawa. So, another po ng film sharpener is the camera must be on tripod. The lens must be sharp 1 or good quality. Then, focusing must be accurate. Then, exposure and development must be exact. So, yan lang po yung aking i-discuss na na-assign po sa akin na task. So, doon na po nagtatapos ang aking report, sir. Thank you po.